Okay, Dax, your next exercise is the lat pull down machine.
Okay.
This is a very important exercise because you can't really simulate this outside of the gym. You can't really simulate this without actually doing it. It's a pulling movement. There are several pulling movements in a gym. A pull-up, different versions of back exercises. I'm a huge fan of the lat pull down because, like I said, it really performs a movement that most people don't get in their daily life. So our bar is already set the way we want it, and what I want you to do is I want you to sit into the machine. Your knees are going to go under this knee pad. What we want to check is to make sure that when he is seated and his feet are flat on the floor, that his knees fit snugly under this knee pad. It just provides a little bit of a foundation so that as the weight is pulling upward, he's able to restrict his body against it and keep his abs tight, essentially. So we want it kind of snug. You don't want to pin yourself down, but right now he's got some space here, so we need to adjust the seat. This pin system works exactly like the other seat, so I'm going to let you go ahead and fiddle with it, okay? We need to take the seat just about one leg higher, 1 or 2 seats higher, and you're just going to have to, fiddle with it. Might even take us a minute here, but I want you to fiddle with it. There you go. Sometimes you just got to get in there with your muscles and biceps and wiggle it around. And like I said, sometimes it doesn't make a very friendly sound, but that's okay. So let's try it. Go ahead and sit back in, and your feet are flat on the floor, and we're going to check the positioning. How does that feel?
It feels a lot tighter.
Okay, is it super tight or just snug?
It's snug.
Snug, perfectly. We don't want it too tight, okay? And let's have you start at about 50 pounds, okay? Most of you at home, when you go into a gym, generally you're going to want to start almost all exercises between 30 and 50 pounds, okay? After he has selected the weight, if he's working out on his own, as most of you will be doing, time to begin the exercise, what you're actually going to do is grab the handlebar first, so that when you sit down, you'll be taking it with you. Hands are in the proper place, then he kind of sits down good, and then just kind of snuggle your knees in underneath that knee pad. So that's the way you're going to get in there if you're on your own. His hands are in great position. See how his arms are extended? Very important to push those shoulders down so that the arm is in an optimal position when you start. So shoulders are depressed, retracted into place. And what I want you to do is just take a tiny, lean back slightly, a little bit, keep your abs tight, and at your own pace, bring the bar down to the top of your chest. Just bring it down to the top of your chest, and then let it go back up. I'm gonna let you work at your pace that's comfortable, okay? Make sure you're keeping your abs tight. Make sure you're not leaning back too far. Really squeeze through the upper back and bring those elbows as if they're coming down towards the waist. They're coming down and back, and those shoulders are retract. Chest stays lifted. It's really important at the bottom of the movement. Shoulders are down and back. Chest is up. Awesome, and relax and cut. Nice job. You just did a bunch of reps. As you guys know at home, there's a million ab exercises. There's tons. This is a basic exercise that can start from a beginner, but it's also a very advanced exercise that I have some of my athletes use. We just changed the weight load. Just try to be comfortable, okay? And what I'm actually gonna have you do is bend your knees so that your feet are on the floor. So you have about 45 degrees here at your knees, okay? You don't wanna bring your heels all the way towards your glutes, but you want about 90 degrees. It should be comfortable. You shift this based on how comfortable it feels for you, okay? You are going to use either a medicine ball, which is very popular these days. They come in a lot of different colors, a lot of different shapes, and different weights. The important thing is you find one that you like its size, and we want one that's about 3 to 6 pounds. This one is actually 4 pounds, okay? 3 to 6 pounds is great. If you don't have a medicine ball in your gym, you can use a standard dumbbell, holding it end to end, like I talked about with Celine. This is 3 pounds. Okay? I'm going to have you use a medicine ball because I think it's ideal. Take the medicine ball, and I want you to take it up over your head so that it's on the floor. Okay? This is your starting position. This exercise has a lot of theory to it. The most important thing here is the abs contract before you move. That's very different than what a lot of people teach. So what I want you to do, if your abs were to contract, it's going to cause your body to come into a flexion position. So forget about your arms for a moment. If you were to contract your abs, what would happen? Your shoulders would come up off the floor. Do that, do that, do that. Beautiful, that's perfect. You're awesome, you're a great beginner. So see how abs contracted, lifted his shoulders up, okay? That's what the abs do, torso flexion. Now what he's gonna do, bring your dumbbell or your medicine ball through and tap the top of your knees. Pause here for a moment if you can, just hold that for a moment. He's at approximately 45 degrees with his torso. Can you just come up a little bit higher to the top of your knees? Beautiful, see this position? arms outstretched, dumbbell, medicine ball to the top of his knees. Go ahead and relax back down because that's a tough position to hold on to. Now, with ab exercises, breathing should be stressed. Again, I'm not going to get really specific about where to breathe. Breathe on the exertion, inhale on the easy part, but just make sure you're breathing somewhere. Even if you only come to here, okay? As you're learning it, that's fine. As time goes on, you'll learn to crunch up higher so that that medicine ball comes up to your knees. Awesome. And relax back down. And you're done. So that's the fourth exercise in this endurance-based circuit. We're gonna go back to the leg press, repeat all 4 exercises, moving a little bit more quickly, and he's gonna repeat the circuit 2 or 3 times. And that's it, there's your workout. Okay, so that's it. You just got a sample of 2 pieces of my Change Your Body, Change Your Life series. We got to look at a real-time workout in the living room that you can follow us with, and an introduction to the gym so you can head into your local gym and know how to identify those pieces of equipment and perform a workout. Later in our series, we're going to address certain things about progression of workouts, how to make progress. We're going to focus on how to change certain aspects in your diet so that you see results faster. And we're going to discuss things about finding your first 5K or 10K to train for so you can take these tools and get outside and go have fun.